or I should say good afternoon, guys. I'm sorry, I am feeling super poopy today, but we are going to go over linear equations really quick. On this sheet, you need to complete the front and problems B, D, F, and H on the back. B, D, F, and H on the back. So let's take a look at this. This should be a review for you going into our next unit. Remember that a linear equation is an equation with two variables, x and y, that give us a straight line when we're plotted on a graph. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. Point-slope form, you're going to leave this alone for now because we're going to talk about this in our next unit. So quick slope-intercept review. Write the equation of a line whose slope is 3 and y-intercept is 7. Remember that our slope-intercept form of a line is y equals mx plus b. They've given us m is equal to 3, our slope, and they've given us our y-intercept, b is equal to 7. So to write this equation, we always start with y equals, and our slope of 3 goes in front of the x, our b goes at the end. It's positive, so it'll be plus 7. You can go ahead and do number 2. Looking at finding the equation of a line from the graph, again, we're going to need two things. We need our slope and our y-intercept. Y-intercept is usually the easiest to find. To do that, we follow our line up on the graph until it crosses the y-axis. Where our y-axis and the line meet, that's our y-intercept. Here's 0, and you can see that it is 1, 2 below 0, so our y-intercept is negative 2. For our slope, we need 2 points. I can use the point I just found. I'm going to follow this up until I find a good spot where it intersects. Then I'm going to go from the left to the right, always left to right, and find my rise and my run. Draw a little line here, and then I'm going to count my rise, which could be up or down. In this case, it's up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that on the top. And then my run over 1, 2. So my slope is 4 over 2, which 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So to write the equation of a line, it's going to be y equals 2, and then x minus 2, using our y equals mx plus b format. You can also go ahead and do 4. All right, let's take a look at the back. Whenever we are trying to convert to slope-intercept form, please remember you are trying to get the y by itself. Okay, to do that, we solve the equation for y. First thing I would recommend doing, circle your y. Here's the one we want to get by itself. Right, then we go through our steps to solve. There's no parentheses to distribute. If I box my terms, I don't see any fractions, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that means I'm going to take anything that's not the y and move it over to the other side. I do that by doing minus, or the opposite sign. Then I cross it out. Once all of my terms, except for the one with y in it, are on this side, I bring down my new equation, negative 4y equals, and I'm actually going to write my minus 2x first because that's in the form of y equals mx plus b. I want the x towards the beginning, and then I'll just put the plus 12 after that. Our last step to solve in this case, we do times. This is multiplication, so the opposite would be division. And I have to divide each term, each piece, by that number to get rid of it. So divided by negative 4, I get y equals a negative and a negative make a positive, so 2/4 x, which if I wanted I could simplify to 1/2. And then positive and negative make a negative, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So my slope in this case would be 2/4 or 1/2, and my b would be negative 3. Once you have the y by itself, you've completed the problem. Okay, so this one is completely done. I'll show you one more hard one, or harder one, just so that you have that. Let's try E. Or actually, I know what you're going to want. You're going to want me to do the one with the fraction. That's fine. Let's do the one with the fraction. So first step, when I'm solving, here's my y. I'm going to want this all by itself. Okay, but before I do that, I check my steps. I do see that I need to distribute here, so let's take care of that first. 1/2 of x and 1/2 of 12. I could do this in Desmos if I wanted, but I do know that 1/2 of x is just going to be 1/2 x. Okay, then 1/2 times 12, half of 12 is 6. Okay. If I wanted to get rid of the fraction, I could. However, I don't need to because it's with the x, and I'm only trying to get this y by itself. So if you want to get rid of it, you can. In this particular case, though, I just need to move one more term. I have a +4, and I want it to go away, so I'm going to do -4 and move it to this side. Cross it out. It doesn't live here anymore. And that gives me y is equal to 1/2 x plus 2. Now that my y is alone, I've completed the problem. Again, make sure that you do the 2 on the front, b, d, f, and h, and then make sure that you complete the x and y intercept practice as well.